did some father things. Had a baby. You know, she's almost 4 months old now. We tried it out. We kind of decided that maybe it wasn't gonna work out. I wasn't getting that much out of it.
Dave's back. Dave's back.
Hey.
Dave's back. Hey, everybody. Dave's back. How are you doing?
That was a good theme, dude. Although it kind of sounded like Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I feel like it might be trademarked, but it was pretty good though.
If they trademark me for that, then I'm in big trouble, dude, because there's that's easy pickings.
I think it was in a different key, so it might be good.
Yeah, I planned it that way. Hey everybody, we're back. We're back with Dave. It's been a couple weeks. Me and Vince have been trying to hold down the fort with our Unsolved Mysteries watch-alongs. I think it's been going pretty well, but we missed you, dude.
Thanks, guys, and I apologize to everybody. I know things might have gotten a little choppy in my absence.
Yeah,
I wasn't here to supervise.
Definitely choppy. We got into the weeds last week over bacon on a Western bacon cheeseburger. I don't know if Dane is over that yet. We got into a pretty heated debate. I said some things that I meant, and he said some things that he didn't. So, hey, before we get going, and we are going to get going, I just want to say we hit 150 subscribers on YouTube. So thanks everybody out there for subscribing. If you're watching this show now and you haven't subscribed, because we have a lot of unique viewers and a lot of our views come from people that aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be coming back each week, and each week we're going to have something new for you. Follow us on socials. Dave and I, this whole thing got started. We have a sketch comedy podcast on all the major digital streaming platforms where you listen to podcasts. It's called Chance and Penner, Skipping Through the End Times. There's 12 episodes, or 12 tracks, so to speak, and we're actually getting to the lab right now, and we're figuring out a season 2. So
this stuff's more just us riffing and talking to everybody, and but yeah, those ones are in contrast are sort of like ones that we actually write. We spend like a ton of time making actual sketches. You can be the judge if they are great or they're bad, but I enjoyed making them.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. It's been kind of a project we've had in our minds for years now, and it's great to see that kind of come to fruition. And also, if you're on Twitch watching us right now, we got a lot of chat lurkers that don't like to comment or don't like to give us a follow, or I'm assuming they don't like to. Maybe they're just sheepish. And if that's the case, go ahead and follow us. Go ahead and enter into the chat. We're all very nice. We'll welcome you with open arms.
Well, I've been lurking too, in a little bit of my absence. Yeah, it seemed I heard the tales of the fast food combos you guys were having. Already we got Dane saying he forgot about me. I don't know what's up with that. Just instant negativity, and I'm here to try to just, bring some good energy. But we got God of Thunder, who's already asking where Whiskey Vince is.
Hey, that's a great segue. Where is Whiskey Vince? Whiskey Vince, are you there?
Let's get him out here. Come on, buddy.
Come on.
Hey, what's going on?
Come on, don't be shy.
Guys? I'm Beer Vince tonight.
Oh, just Beer Vince. All right, well, it's not going to get as rowdy.
Dave, he was saying he doesn't even know who I am anymore. So you have lasted.
Okay.
I'm the one that has been forgotten. And that's okay.
Okay.
Also,
I can get with that.
If I can quote Dane from the last stream, he said, "I really miss Dave," which at the time just filled me with rage. But now I understand. I understand.
Sorry, Dane, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to turn on you like that. I really lack context with all of my life, so it's no surprise that
I think you lost Dane.
My reading comprehension skills.
Oh, he's
Am I
gone,
here?
Dude.
Am I gone?
No, you're here, but Dane has left.
Oh, we lost Dane. We lost Dane or Dame?
He's still here. He just is going to lurk, which we need him. We need him vocal. This show is a lot better when Dane is more vocal. But so we're back. Give us a follow. Go check us out. Go check us out on Spotify, and also this show that we do, this podcast, we also do an audio version. So go subscribe to us on Chance and Penner, Skipping Through the End Times, and then just go right into Chance and Penner Live and follow there too. You won't be sorry.
You can watch us live. Then the next day you can go back and watch it again because it was so good you couldn't believe it. And then on the next day on the way to work, you can listen to the audio version. Just you forgot something.
Yeah.
Then your life can be consumed by us.
Yeah, just really spend a lot of your time listening to us and neglect everything other responsibilities that you have in your life, which is also a segue because as we hinted to and overtly stated at the beginning, Dave's been out for a couple weeks. Dave, you've had some adventures in the last couple weeks. I don't know if you want to get into it, but we're here to listen.
Yeah, it's been fun. So
yeah, it's been fun.
It's been eventful. Did some father things. Had a baby. She's almost 4 months old now. They call me Papa Dave. That's my new thing. But it was interesting, we tried it out 4 weeks. We kind of decided that maybe it wasn't gonna work out though. I don't know. Like I was gonna talk about it on the podcast to kind of get you guys' opinions. Like I don't know. Like it's just it was kind of getting to the point where like I wasn't getting that much out of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like, I hear just so much just talk about, babies, they're cute, they're, whatever. But it was kind of just like getting, I don't know, like monotonous, like every day it was just kind of like the same thing. Like it's like, oh, I need food, oh, I need attention kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And, I get it. Like it's a baby, like it's not like, someone else needing attention. But so I tried it. We both tried it. We're open. I'm always open to new things. You guys for everybody that knows me, I'll try anything once. I do recommend people check it out, try it out, be open-minded about it. But I don't know. It was also just like another thing that kind of grated on me was like she kept wearing Bambi outfits like every day, dude. Like every day. Like, and it was kind of like, dude, like name 3 songs. Like I know for a fact that you've never actually watched Bambi a single time. So I don't know. It just felt a little like poser. Like get off Bambi's ass, dude. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I feel like a bad person like talking to you guys about it.
No, definitely don't feel bad, dude. I was, it's one of those things. It's like I was going to warn you early on. I didn't want to spoil your wide-eyed optimism, but babies have the best PR agents in the world, right? And everybody acts as if it's this groundbreaking thing, and our lives are changed now. We have to stop doing things we like because there's a baby that needs stuff. But
it's not all about you anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah. And your mom and dad tells you that it's like you're gonna be a father someday, and it's like, yeah, okay, when is that? And then when it happens, it's like, yeah, I completely understand what you're saying about the Bambi thing. My daughter, when she was, I don't know, before she was even 3 months old, she was wearing a Kiss onesie, dude.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's just like there's plenty of bands that you could pick before Kiss. I mean, I get it, the stage presence, but
the point is that, like, sure, you like the themes of Kiss, that's cool, it's very thematic, but you don't never listen to Destroyer, you don't know what that album's on out, so it's
you like weren't there, you weren't even alive when it came out. I wasn't alive either, admittedly.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
But I don't think you should feel bad about that. I think that that's a rite of passage for any father.
I was just expecting to get a little bit more immediate gratification out of it, and so far it's been me. And yeah, Kimster, you pushed the baby back in. I mean, we didn't do that. Like I said, like we gave it a shot. Like it's been almost 4 weeks, you guys. So you can't say that we didn't try. But a lot of people don't know this, but like you don't have to keep them.
Yeah.
Like your baby, like you can actually drop them off at any like fire station, police station if you don't want them, and like they find good homes for them. So it's not like it's not like we're like leaving her in the wind or whatever. So that is one thing your taxes pay for. That's something that you get out of that. So, you don't get, unfortunately, they don't give you like any money back or anything. Like there's no like deposit or something you get back. Like you kind of lose all the investment you put in, but at least it's like they take care of it for you.
Yeah. Once you take babies out of the hospital off the lot, they depreciate in value, and they're not like a Toyota, right? You don't get it. You're not going to get the resale value of that, anywhere close to what you paid for it. But yeah, I mean, I remember, man, 4 or 5 months after we had our daughter, I got a DoorDash order, and I said, hey, do you want a baby? I got a baby. And it's much to the similar to what you're saying. I was like, it's just not working out. We both tried, and he was interested, got pretty close to the whole thing, and then just decided there was a few dings and stuff that he didn't like. So he walked away, but we were close,
Yeah, it is kind of like a car where it's like, yeah, it depreciates. Like usually you want to go for a used car. But lately, like used car prices have been so like out of control that it's like, well, maybe we got to bite the bullet and get a new car. But I don't know. I guess someone out there, gets a baby. So, I mean, I will say, like, it was interesting. Like, I don't want to be all negative about it. I can't say I recommend it necessarily. Like if I had to rate it, 2 out of 5 stars. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 2.5. It's cool creating a thing like like a living thing. It's pretty cool. Like, figuring that out, but
the novelty of that wears off pretty quickly. I mean,
yeah, it's like a bad movie. It's like sometimes when you're watching a movie, it's like, oh, the concept was good, but the execution, just could have been a lot better.
Well, if you're going to compare a baby to a movie, it's like, yeah, is Roadhouse a good movie? Well, no, but is it fun? And does Patrick Swayze kick major ass? Yeah. So, if it's kind of the same thing with a kid, it's like, my daughter, when she was born, and you can tell me something similar, my daughter was more like like a Transformers The Last Night, where it was like, sure, the budget's big, but I mean, is there anything even fun in this movie, or is it just a bunch of buildings exploding,
Just glitz and glamour. Like, the baby shower was wild, and then expectations were real high. Great marketing campaign, gender reveal. What's it going to be? Oh my God. Ooh. And then the baby comes and you're like, not little less cute than I kind of imagined. I don't know. Like,
it took a long time to come out. It's like it's like, once it's time to come out, it's like, just make up your mind already. Stop playing footsie with reality,
Yeah, in or out, make up your mind. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I recommend it. Like, try it out.
Well, I can say that I hope for the best, but I also know that you got to do what's in your best interest. So you shouldn't take on any of that guilt or weight or any of that responsibility if you got other stuff going on. Don't let it affect, your movie seeing schedule. That's the first thing.
Well, Horror Fest is still going pretty strong, and
awesome.
when we were pregnant with her, when my wife was pregnant with her, we decided to watch watched a lot of horror and a lot of some pretty intense movies, the Texas Chainsaws, in hopes that maybe it would affect the baby. I was excited about that. Just kind of an experiment. How will she be affected? Will she be, more psychologically messed up by these movies? So we'll see.
Well, that was a good investment in just in time and personality, but you won't really know until next Horror Fest. If she comes around and is like, Dad, I know she'll be less than a year old at that point, or no, she'll be over a year. So she'll, she should already be forming fully thought out sentences. But if she comes to you and goes, Dad, I want to watch Leatherface, I want to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 Leatherface, then you'll know, like, oh,
I'll be like, well, here. Texas Chainsaw 3 first? I mean, I don't know if I'd start there. But I mean, whoever she ends up with, I'll try to get their number, follow up with it in a year and go like, what's she asking for? Yeah. What's she liking? And we'll see.
Yeah, there was some.
We lost Eli. I wasn't sure if it was me for a second. I was like,
I'll just go ahead and fill in
for
Eli.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, get on in here, Vince. I mean, I was just gonna say,
I've been waiting my fucking turn, dude.
I don't know. Do you have any thought? Yeah, do you have anything to say, Vince?
How's the baby, dude? How's the baby life? So you're a little underwhelmed. It's not as cute as you thought it would be. I'm sorry, dude. I thought your baby looked very cute.
Well, thanks, dude.
But you have to stare at it all day.
She is very cute. She is very cute. You don't have to look at her all the time.
Yeah.
So I am a little biased, but I was gonna ask you, Vince. Like, where's my Horrorfest sweatshirt, dude?
It was sent to Eli, and it's a shirt.
Oh,
it's not a sweatshirt.
Okay.
You can sweat in the shirt.
Okay, I was about to get pissed because I was like, I don't know, did like Vince scam me? Because I haven't gotten it. I paid him a while ago.
You have to pay for next year's shirt to get this year's shirt.
Oh, I guess it's like season tickets. It's like you gotta pay in advance.
Yeah, dude. No, I sent them. Eli should have them. Dane ordered a shirt. He got a shirt as well.
Yeah, dude.
I was gonna wear it tonight too. We'll have to wait until October, and then I think if you're down, we can find a time where all three of us can Sorry.
Dude, this makes so much sense that it's Eli's fault.
I know Eli said his internet completely went out.
Okay, well.
But we'll have to find a time where we can watch something on Amazon and just have some beers and hang out for a little bit. Maybe we can see the
dude,
babe.
we got to update each other. We got to update on our Horror Fest too. This reminds me of like, it's been so long with just you and Eli. It reminds me of like when Blink broke up and they did like when Tom did Boxcar Racer with Travis.
Yeah, and then
Mark
Alkaline
got
Trio.
pissed.
Didn't
Yeah,
Alkaline
that was
Trio
later.
guy come?
But,
oh, okay.
but first Mark was pissed because they did an album without him, and then so Mark and Travis did plus 44.
Oh man, so this is our plus
so
44.
This right now is like our plus 44.
I don't know if we'd want to be plus 44 though. Out of all three of those bands, I feel like plus 44 is not where it's at.
They had like 2 good songs, dude, but maybe not the best.
So now it's just we only have 2 songs in us.
Yeah, we'll get the Matt. We'll replace Eli with Matt Skiba of Chance and Penner.
Damn.
I don't know who's the Matt Skiba.
But we've also, me and you have played, I think, Diablo when it came out, and then did we play Diablo 2 as well?
True. Yeah, dude, we did. I think we did one stream of the Diablo 2 Resurrected, which was fun, dude.
Which I think we
I
should
haven't
have
played
done
that
way
much. Dude, yeah, I haven't played Diablo in a long time too.
Yeah, I was sad about. I can talk about Diablo all day. My stepbrother and Dane still play it. They're playing today. My stepbrother got to level 100 hardcore and then went to fight Lilith, and within 3 seconds of being level 100, died. And it was fantastic, dude. It's on Daner Dane's Twitch. We all watched it live, and it was super fun.
100 on hardcore though.
Hit 100 on hardcore. Dude. Didn't know the mechanics of fighting Lilith, so he wasn't standing in the safety zone, and just
standing in the
yeah.
If there's one thing you learn in Diablo, it's don't stand in the lava.
Don't stand in shit.
Scary looking things.
Yeah, so it was good. But yeah,
dude,
for me,
nuts.
the game has kind of died. I've been playing Starfield.
Dude, I've played some too. I haven't gotten a chance to play a lot, but yes, Starfield. I was playing Final Fantasy 16 too. I haven't finished it, but yeah, Starfield's been fun, dude. What? Anybody else in the chat? Have you guys been playing anything?
Yeah.
Starfield's been pretty fun. I feel like I haven't played that much. I've only played like 10 hours, but I do like. I sort of feel like I can't help but be like a little underwhelmed by it because I think because it's so much like a Bethesda game that I'm used to.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I don't know. Like maybe I was expecting something like a little bit different, maybe a little more added to it.
Yeah, I feel like the way that they kind of sold the game, it made it seem like it was going to be like groundbreaking, and then it came out, and I love it, but it's not groundbreaking. Like it's a space Fallout, which is cool.
I'm stoked about, which I love. Like Fallout and Skyrim, some of my favorite games.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Part of me is like, I don't know. Like I was expecting maybe something a little different. Like the NPCs, like once, like for example, like when they get with your. Like when you get them as your followers,
yeah,
they kind of seem, or you're like some of your crew members, like they seem a little bit like soulless. Like you can't really like talk to them that much.
Yeah,
stuff like
it's
that.
very
They just
limited.
feel like a little bit like hollow, like compared to like Mass Effect Andromeda, which I was like so immersed by when I played it.
That was even more. I never got into the Mass Effect games, but I heard they're fantastic. Fallout I played a little bit of and I loved, but I don't think I put more than 10 hours into that game. I'm already at like
Which one?
60 for Fallout 3, I think.
Okay. Yeah, 3 was good. I loved Fallout 4. Like I loved the storyline of Fallout 4. God of Thunder 187. So he's playing D4.
Yeah, that's my
almost got another 100 hardcore. Dude, that's so nuts.
Dude.
Like that was fun when I was playing that one time I was playing hardcores with you guys. And then I fell off, but
it's definitely the only way I think I could jump back onto Diablo 4.
He's back. Are you back? Can you hear us?
Back for now. Back for now. Hopefully it's
We were just commenting how it was like the Blink breakup where you and Vince. Yep, he's dead. He's out. He's the one here.
And he's gone again. I'll just leave it here until he's back. Yeah, it's a bummer that it's not working.
He's in the chat now. Well, what else has been up, Vince?
Dude, you're the
Because
one...
I haven't talked to you. Actually, talked to you in a while, dude.
Yeah, it's been a while. Nothing much, man. Me and Eli were doing these watch-alongs on here. Paige and I are moving.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell in the background. She's been packing stuff up.
Well, you teased us because like you're gonna visit and we're gonna do haunt, but you can't do it now, right? Because you got to move.
Yeah, we realized that our lease was up and that we were like, oh, we should move, and then we never really acted on it. And then we started looking, and then people above us and the people below us are just absolute nightmares, and we need to get out of here. Our lease ended, so we went month to month, so our rent was getting more expensive for the same shit.
Dude, moving is the absolute worst, dude. Like there's nothing I hate more. Maybe doing the dishes. I don't know. Moving is the worst, dude.
But we are going to be moving in about 3 weeks or so. So we're going to have to figure out how to do the podcast then. I set up my internet, so it's going to be installed on the 12th. So we might not have a gap. If anything, we might go from like a Tuesday to a Thursday or something.
Are you back? Is Eli back?
Tentatively, I don't know. For some reason my modem just keeps blinking off. So I don't. Hopefully we're back now. I'm gonna have.
Wait a second. Peachtree says I love moving and I love dishes. Hang on. Wait a second.
That's not what our dishwasher says.
I thought me and all of humanity was on the same page here. That. Okay. So hang on. So as far as chores. What chore do you guys hate the most? 'Cause for me, for sure, it's dishes, dude.
Dishes,
like laundry sucks because it takes forever, but it's not that hard. You just gotta keep remembering to go.
Yeah, I have to be in the mood for dishes. I think Paige likes moving. She doesn't like actually like the act of moving. I think she likes looking at every single item you own and putting it in a box, and also what she owns. But I think she likes taking cat, like, oh, we own this, and put it to the side.
Is that what it is, Peachtree? So it's like you start to reminisce about old times, like you get nostalgic for like, oh, I remember in 7th grade when I owned this thing. Like,
but then she also wants to get rid of it. She's like, oh, I remember hating this thing, and it just is like,
I do kind of feel like relationships are like you attract, in so many ways you attract opposites. And I feel like that's one of the things where like one person is more of like a pack rat and is like, oh man, we can't give that up. Like I got to keep it for some unknown thing. And then the other person is like, get rid of everything.
So on that, Dave, I want to see if you're this type of person. Me and Paige, she doesn't get the need for me to keep boxes of electronics that I buy. So my PlayStation 5 box, I'm keeping that shit. Because you never know. You never know. I have all the boxes.
I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah, I have the box for my camera. I have the box for all the speaker equipment that we got.
I kind of feel like Amazon has trained me to do that because I'm like, well, I don't know if I need to return or not. If I need to return it, I'm in the box. And it's like a certain amount of months. I gotta like keep it, and then I forgot that I kept it, and then a year goes by, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
So I still have my PlayStation 5 box. I think it's been a year or two, maybe 2 years. But my thing
might have to take it back. I don't know.
I might have just grown up poor, but in my mind, I'm like, no, because if you keep your box, you can resell it for more money. So in my mind, I'm always ready to just sell everything and restart. I'm a nomad.
Like Pokemon cards train. You're like, one day this will be worth a lot.
Someday,
and you were right about Pokemon cards. Like for 99% of things, that was a myth. It was like, no, nothing accrued value. Beanie Babies, no. But Pokemon cards is true. You can forever point to that and be like, I was right. They're higher value now than they ever have been.
But I sold them all way too early, Dave.
Oh,
way too early.
Higher value now than they ever have been.
But I sold them all way too
Well, so what? Okay, so Peachtree, what is a chore that you hate then? Like if you like the dishes, you like moving. And also Peachtree, so are you... If Vince is more the pack rat, are you more like you think he's crazy because he has all these boxes everywhere? Like you want to kind of get rid of stuff?
Dave, thanks for helping us work this out, dude. I appreciate it.
Technical difficulties. You can't. Okay, Peachtree says you can't resell anything for more money. It's devalued the second you get it. What's the box gonna do? I mean, I agree that normally that's the case. But you think you're the pack rat? Okay, interesting.
She's the pack rat.
You guys are like two pack rats that kind of found each other. Is that true?
My pack ratness is very specific to like oh, I bought this electronic. I'm going to keep the box in case anything ever happens or I need to resell it. Her is like, I'm going to keep all these children's books because I used to be a teacher, and someday I'm going to have kids. So our whole closet is going to be children's books.
Well, that makes sense though. Like, there's an actual like logical reason.
It's a lot of books.
It's a lot of children. Like how many children? Like how many children's books are we talking about?
Like 6,000 children's books.
6,000.
6,000.
Is that true, Peachtree? I will say that I'm guilty of like keeping way too many things when it's like random cords. If it's like random cords or
random
like
cords
adapters
too.
or anything like technical wise, like I'm gonna keep it and it's gonna be put into a massive box. Like, will I ever use it? I don't know. Like maybe once I went back and
but you never know.
And I was so stoked. I was like, "Oh my god, I have this adapter!"
I swear, every single time I've ever thrown away a cord, it's not even 3 months later that I like find something and I already know, like, oh, that's the cord I threw away. God damn it! I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, one time that was true. One time I lost the like one thing I didn't save and then like actually needed, and I was like, "No."
It happens, dude.
Peachtree, I probably have 100 children's books, all brand new. Holy crap!
I'm telling you.
All right, give me all your children's books,
I know.
and I'll give them back to you later.
Do you get?
All right, spoiler. I didn't give up my kid. We still have her. I'm wanted to talk it through. Okay. I haven't given up on her. It's just
good.
She's on thin ice. I'll just put it that way.
Will she make her 90 days? Her 90-day review?
Oh, like work policy.
Yeah.
Like when you get your benefits.
You and Nevada are like.
It kind of is 90 days though, because the 3-month period is kind of a thing. I don't know, dude. She hasn't even hit one month, so
you can cut out early, dude.
We'll see, dude. It's rocky.
Vince is a pack rat with his movie. Yeah, I am.
That's
Next
pretty good though, dude.
Right?
Do you still have like VHSs though?
We have her VHSs, so I guess like we're both pack rats.
Oh, Peachtree still has VHSs,
but I feel like maybe she wanted to get rid of them, and I was like, no, you got to keep Beetlejuice on VHS.
That's true. There's some of them you should keep. I mean, I still have like on my like when people come over to my place, I'm like I still have a massive bookshelf that's like all DVDs and Blu-rays. And like, do I use them? Not really, but I'm like, dude, if the apocalypse hits, like Eli's very fond of his Vudu, dude. He's got it all on digital.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. I have access to it, so I'm a little biased towards it. But I will say if the apocalypse hits, Dave, he loses all that, dude.
That shit's going down.
If Voodoo's like, we're out, dude, I don't know.
He's going to come fucking
at least I'll still
running,
have him,
dude.
So I still have like...
Can I borrow Mrs. Doubtfire tonight? Like, oh, it's $50.
And I'm going to be like, well, you gave access to your Voodoo, so yes, but you have to come get it. And it's going to be on DVD. I have the Blu-ray, but I'm going to keep the Blu-ray, and I'm going to give you the...
You got to build up credit with Dave. But you've been coming here for a few months.
You're back.
I'm the Voodoo Fairy. All right. Hopefully I didn't jump back on until the signal was sturdy.
I don't even believe that you're back yet. I'm just going to
either.
continue talking like you're not here because I feel like you're going to...
Hey, I've been watching you guys in chat, and Vince, is my like singular camera still recording?
I just added the video feed. Everything should be good.
Okay.
Recording wise.
Sorry,
guys. You just wanted to change your outfit. Was that the whole thing? You wanted to put a beanie on?
I did it well before. I got frustrated with the bandana because my forehead is too big, so it just stretches it out. But listen, I've been first of all, sorry for completely crushing that bit with my shitty internet connection. Second of all, I've been watching you guys on my phone on Twitch on the cellular network that still works, and I agree with everything you guys have said. I'll take it a step further. I don't just hold on to cords and boxes. I do all of that, but I hold on to stuff. It's like, now I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit on me, but like having a kid that constantly shuffles what she's into, it's like 2 weeks will go by, and you'll look at it and be like, well, you don't want your Sully stuffy anymore? And my wife's like, it's going then. If she's not interested, it's going. And I'm like, well, what? Hold on, you're throwing away her childhood. And it's a constant, just constant like back and forth. Ultimately, I have been so worn down that I am now just like, yeah, whatever, give it away.
I get that because there's certain things like even with my dog, like her first few toys, dude. Like she's got an old Jabba the Hutt toy that's disgusting, dude. But I'm like, dude, no, I'm not throwing that away. Like I'm gonna throw that in the closet, and I don't know.
You get 6 toys.
Show it to her when she grows up. No, I can't do that. I don't know. I don't know why I keep
it. It shines a light on why the Toy Story series was so genius and the way that it followed its audience, because that is exactly. I mean, and it doesn't help now that I'm a 36-year-old man and I'm like, well, if you throw her toy away, then they're going to be sad. It's not a defense. That's not a defense being in a marriage, but I am so, and I come from, my dad was very much like, there's a classic saying in my house, which is you can't throw it away because someday it'll be worth money. And my dad has a bag of episode 1 toys that when my parents moved, he was like, do you want these? I'm like, no, because there's nobody wants a Watto Taco Bell cup topper from 1999.
But I get dude.
Now I kind of do because it's
it's
kind of hilarious.
I'm a little upset that you didn't. Yeah, I'm upset you didn't offer that to us. You could have shared the wealth, dude.
I didn't know you guys were super into episode 1 and the most
only if it's
of all time.
Only if it's Watto.
Only if it's from Taco Bell, dude. I am a
maybe
Taco
Jar
Bell
Jar, maybe.
Dude, I gotta admit, do you guys remember the epic games that Taco Bell would have when we were kids, like movie promotional stuff? I remember distinctly the Batman Forever one, and you would pull a tab on the Batman Forever and it would reveal certain characters from the movie. And it totally worked on me as a kid, but I remember I was one Riddler away from winning some big prize. Oh. And I know, dude, it was terrible. And then some guy at my church was like, I have an extra one of those if you want it. And I was like, all right, cool. This is going to work out perfectly.
So he gives it
to me. There's nothing nefarious. He gives it to me at church the next week. And I realized that he's wrong, that it's the same one that I already have. But I don't have the heart to be like, get this shit out of my face, Ed. Okay? We're working with real money here. But yeah, I missed that time when before fast food was so demonized that we could still use major movie productions to promote it,
Dude, do you remember so in SoCal, I forgot where this was. Do you remember the train McDonald's? Where would I want to say it was in Buena Park or something.
The train McDonald's?
It was a McDonald's with trains everywhere, dude.
That's by Knott's, yeah.
Dude, yeah, okay, yeah.
You remember the simulator it used to have?
So La Habra or
Eli?
No, it's right on. What's that?
Is this one of the cups from Taco Bell, dude? The Batman
what is it?
Batman Forever?
It probably is, dude. I don't remember the actual merchandise you could buy.
I still have the Pocahontas cup from when Pocahontas came out.
Me too, dude. I got the whole set, bro.
Yeah, dude.
This was McDonald's.
I was just gonna say, okay, the train McDonald's used to be so awesome when you went there because not only were there trains everywhere, which automatically it's awesome, but also they had this booth in the back that you could go to, and they would sell you old toys. Old collectibles. So if you were missing one,
really?
You could go back 4 months and probably pay a ridiculous amount, but you you could complete your collection, dude.
They're all $6 now,
dude. That is
it was probably $6.
See, now you can only do that at Frank and Sons, and you're paying a premium. You're paying $20 for one of those.
Oh yeah,
that you're trying to recapture
easily, dude.
But dude, I never knew that. That's so interesting and genius. I don't understand why McDonald's. Because I'll tell you, when that Elemental movie came out, my daughter, we don't get her a lot of Happy Meals, but every once in a while, if mom's gone or we're trying to distract from something, we'll dip into McDonald's and get a Happy Meal.
We're trying to distract from parenting.
Yeah, we're trying to keep everything afloat. We'll indulge in a Happy Meal now and then. But they had the Elemental toys, right? So it was a combination of Elemental toys in the Happy Meal. There's magic around that when you're a little kid. I remember that as a kid. The Pocahontas is a perfect example of that. But then it became, well, are we going to complete the set, Dad? Because then we saw Elemental, and though I have serious problems with that movie, she loved it. She absolutely.
I was going to say I'll have to talk to Callie about it because I had some issues with it. But I don't want to, I don't want to be too hard on her.
I mean, be hard on her. She needs to learn. But and you're talking to the guy that bought the movie when it came out for a premium price just so that she could watch it early. But anyway, if you refer to it as the Water Guy and Fire Girl movie, she'll lock in with you. She'll be like,
I don't remember their names, so that works for me.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody does. Nobody. I mean, even the people who made that movie don't remember what the name
what is that? What
movie
is it? Fire Girl? I don't know.
What is it? Water Guy? I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more. But anyway, like going back to that McDonald's on Beach Boulevard, it's the one over by Knott's, as Vince said, and they had trains. It was. Did you ever go to Po Folks, Dave? Which was now we're getting inside like Deep Orange County.
It was pretty
I'm coming back for
rare
Po
that I
Folks.
could convince my dad to go to Po Folks.
What?
There sometimes, dude.
Oh, dude, your dad. If I had a time machine, I would.
Bill was tough to convince, dude.
Dude, if I had a time machine and they were like, you could go to one place, I would be like, I want to go to Po Folks in 2003, and I'm taking Wild Bill with me, and we're talking conspiracy theories the entire time. Because there's no better setting than Po Folks, but they had a train as well. So there's something about that area that just screamed. There's also a place in the Buena. Does anybody?
People will come by and join you in conspiracies. They'll be like, "Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
Lizard people? Let's talk."
Building 7? What?
Let's forget that this food is poison and just talk conspiracies. But there was a place, and Daner Dane, if you're still like my Orange County locals, if you're still in the chat, there's a place at the Buena Park Mall that wasn't open very long, but it was called the Choo Choo Cafe, and it was the best place ever. I mean, they just had trains on trains on
Choo
trains.
Choo Cafe, dude. Why don't I not remember that?
Dude, it was. I don't think it was around for very long. I remember when I was a really little kid because whenever I had my birthday, my parents were like, "Where do you want to go to breakfast?" I'm like, Choo Choo Cafe."
Choo Choo Cafe.
Come on, Choo Choo Cafe, please. And my dad was like, "That place is way overpriced." And now I'm be like, "Yeah, it is overpriced." But anyway, like, yeah. So, but in the back of that McDonald's, going back to the Buena Park train McDonald's, they had a simulator. It was like a Star Tours level simulator ride. That was there, man. For like 15 years, and it was the one of like 4. That's not the correct stat, but it was very limited. It was like one of 4 McDonald's that had a simulator in the United States, dude. I never went on it, never got the opportunity.
Dude, never heard of this.
Hold on.
I bet my dad knew about this and was just holding out on me, dude.
100%
He probably never told me about it, dude.
That's where he hung out without the family, so he didn't want to bring you guys there.
He went by himself. All those years, I thought you were cheating on mom. You were going to the McDonald's simulator on Beach Boulevard.
I was cheating on mom with a simulator. Ooh.
Oh, is that?
Where'd you get the 1 in 4?
No, that's still pretty virtuous. Sorry, what, Vince?
Where'd you get the 1 in 4 number on that simulator?
I made it up. I know that
1
it's
in
like
4.
I know that it's a small amount. It's like the 40X theaters. I think there's only 4 of those, and one of them randomly is in Buena Park.
There's one in Ohio, and there's one in Bakersfield.
Dude, that's always the way it works out. It's like
we have one in each market.
It's in LA, and then it's in like some podunk city in New Mexico. You're like, what? But no, that McDonald's was rocking, dude. McDonald's used to be the jam. Like, people used to go to McDonald's for their birthdays and rent out the back room with the play place, dude. And then 2005 hit, and they were like, "Oh, there's germs. Let's get rid of the play place."
Dude, speaking of McDonald's too, it's depressing how like they've changed their like their branding to fit with us millennials.
Yep.
I'm like, why would you do that? Like if you look at what they look like, they're like so depressing now, and like modern looking buildings that are like sad, like gray. Totally. It's like, why, dude? It's like, I want to go where stupid, gross looking, colorful, put Grimace out front, like put the creepy statues back in there.
Yeah, man. Like, make it look like Neverland Ranch, dude. All right. I want all that stuff. I want all the stupid, dude, the Disney stores. Do you remember the elaborate ass Disney stores there used to be when we were kids that were like almost like an extension of Disneyland, where you'd go and there was like the animatronic figures up? When I was a little kid, dude, we lived in Corona, California. Shout out 909 or whatever it is now, 951. They had at the Tyler Mall, they had a Disney store that the ceiling was like all of these animatronic characters from like, at that point, the 50 plus years of Disney history. And they had a stage. You could have my sister had her birthday at Disney. Everything's just shittier, dude. That's the moral of this story. Everything is just stolen and you can't have fun. Like, McDonald's, you know what it is, dude? It is that they're trying to appeal to millennials, but it's also like they're paying pittance for selling bad food to people. It's like, I
don't need my McDonald's to look like Panera Bread. Nor would I want that. It's like, your food sucks. I understand that it sucks, but I don't go for the food. I go because it's whimsical. Okay. Or at least that's what I want.
Not only that, but like, follow the Jack in the Box model, dude. It's like, what do people our age, they're gonna go to McDonald's for either to appease their kid because they're hungover or because they took too many edibles and now they got munchies that they can't control. That's the moral of this
Jack
story.
in the Box knows what it is and it owns it.
Jack in the Box is like, you want jalapeno poppers at 2 a.m.? We'll throw in a burger for $2 extra. We're here.
You're gonna regret it. We all know that, but we all know you'll still do it. So we're here.
You can't handle this. you stop being able to handle this building when after you turn 29 years old, okay? But you're still gonna come because you're a creature of habit, you're an American, and we're inside your psyche, dude.
What if that was just their commercial? Was just a guy coming on and saying all that?
Oh my god.
So we get it. You're part of your psyche, okay? We all know you're gonna come here, and
dude, the slogan of all the
right.
fast food joints could be "You're gonna come because we're open." That's the only criteria that people our age have. Is it open after hours? Then I'm gonna hit it up.
I know this was a half hour Peachtree, but Peachtree was saying I have Disney VHSs because they're worth money. Smart, because Disney people will probably buy anything. Like
100%.
adult Disney fans will probably buy anything.
Dude, the main Disney's so now Disney's kind of hit some skids as of late, but Disney's whole economy is built on Disney adults. That's really what it is.
Dude, there's I've noticed such a hatred for Disney adults recently for some reason, so many memes and kind of true though, dude.
It's very true.
I mean, I love Disney, but there is a limit.
There's loving Disney, and then there is buying $40 mini ears every time you go to the park. And you pay for the $2,500 pass, and you have a vlog where you're telling everybody the secret ways to get around the park. That's what I hate. It's now you have
what you need to do is push all little kids out of the way. Okay, that's how you get in front of them in line.
Fun tip hack. When the parade's going, cut through the stores. You get there way quicker. So now I'm there. The parade's going. I want to cut through the stores because I already know that already. And now I have to deal with all these tourists who have the secrets. Thanks a lot, Ordinary Adventures.
Thanks. I used to be the only guy that would cut through the stores.
Yeah.
Now cutting through the stores could cost you some time.
Dude, now with a 3-year-old, cutting through stores costs me $100. It's no longer just a fee. It's no longer just hey, I know I'm a local, so I know how to get around this park. Now it's you cut through the stores. It's Daddy, I want Water Guy, and Water Guy's $35, dude.
We're not getting Water Guy. Secondly, who's Water Guy?
Dude, I have to inject this for a second. My daughter just picked out her Halloween costume, and it's Raphael from the Ninja Turtles.
Yes, so dude.
I just wanted to check in because I'm glad we decided not to give her back. So just to close that loop on that bit, because we AT&T really screwed that up. But I'm gonna text
my wife and say maybe go grab her at the police station just in case. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, dude, if I mean, Raph is taken, but Leo is still open. If your daughter wants to join in, dude. I mean, honestly, she could move.
So happy, dude.
She could move right into the leader of the pack just by Callie's desire to be cool but rude. Gets in the way of her leadership skills.
You're cool, but you're also rude. It comes with the territory.
Dude,
that's amazing. Which is there a specific era of Turtles that she's into the most? Is it the new one, the new movie?
So I watched the 1980s Ninja Turtles, and for the longest time you couldn't find them anywhere. So on Vudu one weekend they had for $40 you can buy the entire series. Actually, that's not true. I had to piece out buying every season of the Turtles when they went on sale. The 2003 series went on sale for $30, and I'm getting that one next because that series is almost as good. But anyway, I watched the early Turtles, and the thing with Calliope is if it's a catchy theme song, she's into the show. She'll invest time in it. So Turtles has the most catchy. So now every day at school, on the way to school, she'll hit me up and she'll go, I want to listen to Turtle song. And I'm okay, I know what that means.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Dude, she sings it and it's completely wrong. She doesn't know the lyrics to save her life.
I'm close.
The other day she gets in the car and I hear her go, ninja rap. So then I'm well, yes. She's never watched Secret of the Ooze, so how does she know that? The new Turtle movie. The new Turtle movie has a segment where they play.
Yeah, they have a callback to it. They have a little cameo.
To answer your question, whenever I try to get her to watch either the 2003 series, the 1980 series, or even the 2006 series, which is pretty dang good, she's no, Dad, I want to watch New Turtles. So to answer your question, because we went and saw Turtles in the theater, that locked her in. That's her movie, dude.
Dude, that's impressive. But I will say, as impressive as that is, what would be the most impressive that a kid could do was choose to be Krang.
Yeah.
For Halloween. That would be amazing.
Well, that's why I was disappointed that Krang really doesn't feature prominently in the first one. Did you see? Sorry, this is a weird sidetrack, but there was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles art that was put out where it's like the turtles overlooking the city, and in different parts of the city. In the first part of the series, you see Superfly. In the second, you see Shredder, and then in the third one, you see the Technodrome. So everybody was saying like they're telling you what the playbook is for the trilogy of these movies.
Okay.
So I'm stoked, dude. I like
that. They're building the universe. I was a little bit surprised that spoilers at the very end, Bebop and Rocksteady are like sort of good guys and just kind of like are one of the other mutants. I'm like, I wonder what's gonna happen. Maybe they can still be like convinced to change allegiances or something.
Well, here's my theory. I think Shredder's going to use the Technodrome to go back in time, and he's going to convert all those because, dude, it's not just Bebop and Rocksteady. It was Leatherhead. It was it was Mondo Gecko, which Mondo Gecko was never a bad, but like you have the Punk Frogs, which I was sad that there was just Rasputin. I wish there was all four of the Punk.
Leatherface was female too in it, right?
Yeah, it was Rose Byrne.
Female?
Rose Byrne. But she loves that movie. She has a Raphael that I just bought her a Donatello, so now it's like everything's about Donatello. But her favorite color is red. So she was an instant lock for Raph, which made me so happy. But yeah, of all the stuff you can watch, having a 3-year-old, Turtles is definitely something I'm not going to argue with.
That's amazing, dude. All right, you're giving me hope, dude. You're giving me parenting hope. I sort of want to skip. I almost want to skip to that. I don't know. I was telling you to the poo-poo, to the you're a poo-poo stage.
Yeah. See, but dude,
I'm in the actual poo-poo stage. Then it evolves to the you're a poo-poo stage where they get to use humor. They're like, they become real people. They got your personalities.
Dude, Callie hits me up with what's up, dude. So here's the thing is like and here's where I get real for a second, right? Dude, all of those steps to get to that point are the best. So the cool thing is like, yeah, it's crazy right now. You don't sleep. You have to clean diapers every 2 hours. For your wife, it's even harder. But here's the cool thing. You got a good relationship with your wife. So it'll bond you guys like crazy, but you'll notice like 2 months will go by. You'll look back at a picture from 2 months ago and be like, fuck, I wish we could go back to 2 months. But in the time, like, it's just like life, right? When you're in the midst of shit, when you're in the midst of chaos, you're like, I want to jump to when there's no chaos, when there's peace. But when you have that peace and you're past that part of your life, you look back and you go, oh man, I miss that era. You know what I mean? And that's weird. That's the crazy thing about fatherhood. And that is where like the true, like, everybody tells you like, oh, time goes by so quickly. You're never more aware of time and your relationship to it than when you have a kid, dude. That's the craziest part. It's a cosmic thing.
So it's that feeling of like, you'll never have that back again. Like once that era is gone, it's like
totally
it's in the history books.
Holy, Sarah the other day looked at me because for 3 months it was hot Mario Brothers. Everything was Mario Brothers. We had to buy all the Mario Brothers. I tried pulling up Mario Kart on Twitch and she was terrible. So I was like, we're gonna wait.
But that's not how you play. You gotta turn. You gotta.
Well, you're supposed to throw the mushrooms, not harbor them. But so yeah, but then it's like Sarah looked.
Also, you got to be careful because it's a socialist game. Because if you're behind, they're just gonna end up giving you the blue egg, and then the blue egg hits the person in the front, and then
100%. I see a direct correlation between Mario Kart and the Harry Potter series, dude, for that exact reason. But Sarah the other day, she picked up that we had a Luigi plushie that was like she couldn't go anywhere without Mario and Luigi, and she picked it up off the floor. And Sarah goes, "Man, I miss when we were obsessed with Mario and Luigi." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, yeah, I didn't even realize. Like, now we're on to Turtles. So that's the thing is when they get old enough and they start like realizing, like, oh, I like these things. These are things. And granted, like a lot of the relationship she has the cool stuff is because of yours truly right here. And her mom. Her mom's got pretty good taste and stuff, but not when we're talking like kids cartoons and TV shows. But that's the crazy thing is it connects you to time in a way that's that you don't expect. And
most kids had Bluey, and you had like Pee-wee and a bunch of you had some good ones with Callie so far.
I will say that Bluey is a pretty damn good show. I'm kind of always I wanted to hate Bluey with a passion, and there's an episode about nightmares that hooked into my like the kid inside of me, and just like it was amazing. It was really funny. A couple weeks ago we stayed with Sarah's whole family down in Encinitas, And I wake up in the morning and I come in there and all the kids are outside playing and all of the parents are inside watching Bluey episodes. Like, but not like, oh, we have to watch this, like locked in, like, should we watch another one? Like it was adorable. But yeah.
I heard that like Bluey was is it true that they also designed it to like be appealing to dogs, like all their colors, because dogs have less cones. I think it was like 2 cones or whatever, so they really see everything in shades of like blue and yellow. So they made a bunch of the characters like blue and yellow so that like dogs would be more entertained by it.
I have never heard that. I'll be really honest with you. If Bluey's
I need a fact check on that.
If I don't want to like Bluey, so I put up walls when Bluey's around, and I tried to even. So my thing is like,
talking dogs. That's original.
Yeah, but I will say, when I have sat down and watched it, it is kind of a genius show, and that makes sense. But they're also appealing. It's very much Pixar. It's Pixar when they were at their peak, where they were appealing to kids and adults, because there's so many.
It was Pixar,
dude. I'm coining that phrase, but they absolutely take the relationship between two parents and they make it. I mean, there's so many things that are relatable in there, you know, and things that are jokes for parents that even I'm sitting there going, whoa, that's like way over, you know, that's way inside or whatever. But yeah, it is. Dude, I went to Disneyland once with Sarah and we had Callie, and we started talking to this other mom who had a kid that was around the same age as Callie. And the mom starts telling us how she's in Facebook Bluey groups and they have a weekly meetup where it's like Bluey has blown out the doors on what's like possible, I guess, for kids TV, but it's crazy how popular that show is.
It is, and it's a show that I'm not bummed out is popular. We're just I feel like there's quite a few things that are bad that are popular. But yeah, it's good to see some things that deserve it.
Bluey bucks the conventional norms of today. I'll leave it at that. I won't put any politics behind that, but the normal things that are not allowed in our everyday society, Bluey somehow circumvents, and it's an Australian show. So I have to imagine it's just the Aussies, you know, being like, you're going to like the show, and people do. And, you know, ratings talk, I guess. But yeah.
Is it a lot of like locking people in cages, or is there not an episode on that?
There was a cage episode where Bluey had to find his way out of a cage, and then, you know, his parents played like the British in the, you know, 1600s, just dropping prisoners off there. It was like when you watch the early Peanuts specials and they had the like Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown was about the Mayflower. It was like that. It was similar. Vince, come back.
It'd be awesome if there was an episode that was like the origins of Australia, and they're like, we're all criminals, and I just really embrace that.
Good day. Yeah, for sure, dude.
I had a whole bunch of bad jokes I was gonna make, and I just stopped myself, and I don't know if you saw it, but I was like, it just hid.
Vince didn't want to make any lists, so
I'm on enough, dude.
You're on enough lists, dude.
They don't need video of me saying it.
Peachtree says, what are your thoughts on the Gran Turismo movie trailer?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting. It's $25. I could buy it right now for $25. I'm not gonna pay that, but when that bad boy hits $10, I want to see it, dude.
But you have an AMC pass.
I do.
I got mine back, and I haven't been back because there's not really
because
much.
There's no new movies coming out, dude.
I kind of want. So back to Horror Fest real fast. I kind of want to see the Nun, Nun 2, even though I've never seen the first one. That's why I started my Insidious Fest, which I'm waiting on. You want to join us, Dave? Are you an Insidious man? I know I stopped the conversation.
I've seen the first. How many are there?
There's a lot. There's a lot of them, dude. They're the Fast and
I've only
Furious
seen the first one
of horror movies.
It wasn't enough to make me like, I'm gonna give me this as a franchise.
Me neither, but I
enjoy it.
Give
me a universe.
Give me all of them.
I want a prequel, and then I want a sequel, and then I want another prequel.
I recently watched the first one, and I was like, okay, this is making me excited because it's actually like spooky, and like I haven't seen it in a while that I don't remember all the jump scares. But it is just that. It's just jump scares. But there's like 7 movies.
I'm waiting for Talk to Me to drop on.
Oh, it's on my Plex.
Because I haven't seen it yet.
That's one that I'm also waiting for the price drop.
It's one where I saw the first trailer and I was like, maybe this is it's A24, right? I'm like, maybe this is an A24 movie I can pass up.
All I gotta say,
so many people were like, dude, it's amazing.
Dude,
you have to
it's
see
great.
It, so
Eli bought Meg 2 full price. You can buy. You can buy fucking Talk to Me, dude.
Did you even watch the first Meg?
No, I tried and it was terrible and I turned it off.
So I bought number 2 in 4K.
No, I did not buy number 2. My mom bought it. I made sure she bought it in 4K.
Tell her to buy Talk to Me for Vince.
My mom loves the first Meg.
That's
and
so
I will.
funny, dude.
I'm happy to report. My mom called me the next day and goes, "Don't watch the Meg 2." And I said, "Why?" She goes, "It's awful." And I was like, "Done. I won't even touch. I won't even."
Your mom just loves everything with a 3-letter word.
That's so funny that your mom loves the Meg.
Deb loves Meg.
Dude, my mom loves.
I love Po Folks and I love the Meg.
My mom did love Po Folks. We all love Po Folks. That's not just my mom. She passed.
No
it
one
down.
doesn't like Po Folks. Okay, let's get real.
Dude, I had a hush puppy when I worked at that Starbucks
Yeah, me too, all the time.
And I'd never even heard of Po Folks before. And I think it was my first day. And one of the assistant managers was like, "Oh, you've never had Po Folks? Come on!" And she took me on my lunch break, and I had hush puppies. That's all I had for lunch because I was poor.
Dude, that was benevolent of her to go.
Oh
take
my
you on a
god,
lunch
dude.
break, dude!
It was fantastic.
Dude, Po Folks was the jam. Po Folks. So, dude, that whole area is like full of history because in the 50s when they built that wax museum, that would, dude, people would come out from LA. They had celebrities that dipped their hands. So when I was on, whenever I was on breaks at Starbucks, I would, or if we were going to Po Folks and there was a wait, because after church, dude, you better believe Po Folks had a wait. Dude, Dave and I have absolutely gone to Po Folks together, our families for sure, and eaten there before, dude. But there was all these handprints outside, and one of them was the Three Stooges. So every time I was over there, I'd be like, "God damn, the Three Stooges were here. This is so cool." That's my Po Folks.
Was it really
the wax museum, dude? That whole area, because it was abandoned for so long, dude. The wax museum, that whole area. It took them they eventually got rid of it, but it was there just abandoned for how long, dude? 10 years or something?
Dude, it was abandoned for a really long time. The cool thing when I worked there, because Vince and I worked at the Starbucks that was out right in front of the wax museum. So literally you went out one door and you were at the entrance of the wax museum. The cool thing was befriending the people that worked there, because you would always I worked an overnight shift, or not overnight, but I worked whatever the latest shift was. So I didn't get out till 2 a.m. So I would just walk around the wax museum at 2 a.m. and nobody was there, and it was creepy as hell.
In the wax museum?
Not in the wax museum.
No, right outside.
Around it?
Yeah, around all the
amazing
area. Dude, it was so much fun. And there was somebody told me, because somebody found out I was a Pee Wee Herman fan. So one of the workers came and told me, she was like, "You know that there's the head of Pee Wee. We have a head of Pee Wee Herman as a wax figure."
Dude.
And I was like, "Will you take me down?" She's like, "It actually just got auctioned off." So for years, I was like,
I bought it.
Well, for years, I was like, she's full of crap. Dude, I found it. There's a picture of it. They used to have a Pee Wee's Big Adventure exhibit in there, and they had Pee Wee. It was a terrible... It was a terrible likeness, but that would have been dope. That would have been a thing, if it was me now.
Dude, to have that, can you imagine having that just up on your mantle, dude?
Well, that's what I'm going to say. It's I'm not...
melts.
I don't have a ton of expendable income by any means, but if I had even $1,000 to drop on that, I would absolutely do that, dude.
Dude, that would be fantastic.
I remember too that reminds me of that at the Starbucks. Didn't you work with a dude from Real Big Fish? Didn't he work at Starbucks with you or something? One of the trumpet players?
Yeah, his name was Grant. I worked with him so I started out. There's a place out here in Orange County called The Block. Now it's called the Outlets in Orange, but over kind of by Angel Stadium, there's a huge outdoor mall. And that was the first place I ever worked. When I got a car, I was like, cool, I'm going to go get a job. I really want to work at Starbucks, because I always heard Starbucks is the pipeline to girls, and they're kind of the hip crowd or whatever, at least at that time. So as soon as I could, I got a job there. And one of the...
You should have told me that. I didn't know.
Dude, I tried.
The girls were there. I would have...
Dave, you would have had a baby a long time ago. I just called you babe on accident. Well, babe...
Do you know how long it took me?
Your kid would already be living a happy life with another family by now, dude. So no, but it was cool. I worked at the Block, and when I got hired, the lady told me, she goes, "This is the busiest Starbucks in Orange County. You're if you work Friday nights, it's going to be crazy." And she was not kidding. It was the nuttiest thing I've ever... It was the first Starbucks to have an automatic labeling system. So now they're standard, but when I was at the Block, they were the first ones. Anyway, one day I'm working a late shift, and I start hearing people talk to this guy about his band. So one night I'm like, "Hey, were you in a band or something?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I was in Real Big Fish, and they kicked me out because I had a drug problem." And then I looked into it, dude.
Shit.
He was a founding member, and
oh, wow.
fell on hard times, and needed a job, and dude, he was a really, really he was an interesting cat. But he's a cool dude, man. I met, dude, I have so many worldly experiences from working at that Starbucks for sure. I could tell you stories. When me and Vince were at the Movie Land Starbucks, like the Hell's Angels, ex-Hell's Angels basically ran security.
They were security, and we needed them, dude. We would have all the transients of Beach Boulevard, and they'd come in. There's dudes that would like bleach their hair in the bathroom and like be in the bathroom for
no one fucks with Vince.
Dude, so I want to look like I'm from Huntington Beach. I'm going to bleach my tips.
But you would give like you would
go
just
ahead. You bleach whatever you want.
No, the guy that used to bleach his hair was a fucking asshole. We used to call him the Blues Traveler. He'd walk around with a guitar case like he was fucking Desperado, but instead of guns, it just had fucking ferment gel and like
in his
toilet
guitar
paper
case?
and shit. Yeah, and
dude.
clothes. And he was always a fucking asshole. There was never a time that he wasn't a fucking asshole, dude.
And he would come in and because Starbucks. So number one back then, this has been 15 years since I worked for Starbucks.
He'd have Starbucks sun and spray, dude. It was the worst.
Starbucks gel.
Sorry,
dude. Lightning gel destroyed my hair for at least.
I have cancer for sure, dude.
Dude, I forgot about lightning gel. Holy
my mom would not let me bleach my hair, but she did buy me lightning gel, unbeknownst to her.
I remember they were like, "You'll be blonde," and like I used it once, and it was just like red.
Yeah,
it's like dark red. I'm like,
and it just seeps into your eyeballs during the summer, dude. And you're just like, oh god.
And it smelled like ass. And,
and
what they should have put it is it'll turn your hair rusty orange. That's really what
rusty orange, dude.
That bleach, that cheap bleach. But that guy, so Starbucks back then used to have a never say no policy. So if somebody came back from a week previous, it was like, I got a caramel frappuccino and it was terrible, I want a new one. You would have to make it. And we had people like that constantly, and which is like not a bad policy if you're an employee, because it takes all the pressure. It's like, I'm not even going to argue this. I'm just going to make you another caramel frappuccino and get on with the day.
Yeah.
But that dude and there was a few of them, but that dude used to bring in the same. He would order a refill of a black coffee drip, which was 10 cents. And he would bring the same cup, dude. So he would bring a cup that was just falling apart, dude. It was just dissolving in his hands. And you'd have to, like, because of the never say no policy, it was like, you're going to give him a new cup. So it just like perpetuated the same thing. And he would just come back in day after day. Same cup. Then he'd ask for a double cup, because then you got two cups to switch through.
He would do the double cup. I don't remember the never say no, because I said no a lot, and that guy was a fucking asshole. And it was 10 cents, and he'd throw me a nickel, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's 10 cents.
It just reminds me of the don't say gay or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't say, it's like never say no.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny though. Did he why did he bring the same cup? Did he think that it got him like free drinks, or
it got him a 10-cent refill. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you had the same cup, and the idea being like, if you go to Starbucks and you're working and you're there for 3 or 4 hours in the morning, you could take that cup and refill it, and then I'm sure they planned on it because they started in Seattle, but the idea wasn't like, here, bring in this paper cup that you filled up 5 times a week ago. Yeah. Bring that moldy ass cup back in.
Yeah, you probably got
that one.
Which, you probably got homeless people digging in trash cans for one.
That guy would search.
Come in. It's like, dude, that's like
He's all, I guess I'm getting a refill on a pumpkin spice latte. Like, you didn't fucking order that, dude. That's my move at AMC though. I started to bring in the same cup because I was like, first off, they don't even check my ticket anymore, and then also, I'm buying a cup and getting like sparkling water every single time. If I'm nice to this cup, I can get at least 3 or 4 fucking movies out of it. Do you guys do the same?
No, dude. No, I don't.
You should.
Because I'm not disgusting. Dude.
It's an $8. I'm drinking water out of it. I'll go home and I'll spray it down with Windex and clean it out.
Dude, so like, what's that classic quote from Dark Knight? Like,
you
live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Yeah, that's how you are, dude.
You become the villain. You're a hypocrite, dude.
No, I just.
We're gonna call you Blues Brother, dude.
I just gave in, dude. I finally understand it.
I will say, dude, I have a history of using Del Taco water cups, and occasionally I'll get a Sprite or even a Coke with it.
Wow,
dude, their yearly, and you
judge me for
quarterly earnings calls they plan for that. They're like 3% of people are getting Dr. Pepper.
Look, we're gonna lose 2 cents every once in a while, okay?
Dude,
we're gonna plan for that.
You're bold if you go like brown soda.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For a while it was Sprite, but I don't like Sprite that much. So sometimes when I'm feeling real bold, where I'm like, and I look at them in the eyes too while I'm doing it.
Oh yeah,
they do something.
Have you ever been caught? Because I've been caught and been like,
I got yelled at once, dude.
Oops!
And I was like so surprised. I was like I was mad, and I was like, why would you yell at me? And I was like, they have
I'm
a right
stealing.
to yell at me. I'm stealing, so it's okay.
Did you know if you ask for a water cup at a fast food place and you go and you fill it up with a caramel color soda liquid, then Lou Reed's Take a Walk on the Wild Side will instantly start playing in whatever fast food joint you're in, and then that's your anthem, dude.
I do remember one time the Del Taco by my house was trying to implement a rule where like they wouldn't let you if you bought a soda, you couldn't bring the soda in the same day to like get a refill. I was like, dude, how dare they, dude?
How dare they?
I bought this small soda, and I'm gonna come in 3 hours later.
Dude, 75% of a brick and mortar store, 75% of the battle is getting people to walk through the front door.
That's a good point, dude.
So if somebody's walking in to get a 10-cent refill, but is buying a 12-y of spicy chicken nuggets, like get out of here, dude.
And that's not beyond me to do that. I'll eat Del Taco twice in the same day. I might do that. I might get a burger one of the times, but I'm gonna come in twice. Dude.
This ties into what we were talking about at the beginning of this conversation about McDonald's and the lack of elaborate showmanship. All these fast food places used to have a theme, they stuck with it, and they provided an experience. These days in America, everything is just, Dave, you nailed it. It's bland. It's gray. Like, why is Target brown and off-white? No, you're red and white. Get over it and come back. But I will say I'm happy to report all that stuff's coming back, dude, because that's the only way they regain the audience that they lost, by admitting that they make poison food. Dude,
and it's like, why is like Airbnbs are failing more and people are like, no, we're going back to hotels. It's because like we went too hard into it, dude. Like boomers were like, we got to appeal to millennials at all costs. And then they're like, millennials love Pinterest. And then like every single thing was like the same, like clean Pinterest cutesy like thing. And it's like, dude, we're over that. Like now we're going back. We want color. We want some personality.
I would love to.
We want things natural.
But we still want Pinterest.
We'll still go on Pinterest, but it doesn't have to be on everything.
I will say that I would love to see the breakdown of the Airbnbs that are struggling versus the ones that are super themed. Like I know, like when you go out to like Walt Disney World, they have houses that people just deck out in like Star Wars theme.
Oh, those will always do well, dude.
Exactly.
It's an experience.
Exactly. But that's the thing that's missing. There's a lack of showmanship. And sure, it's like P.T. Barnum showmanship, but who cares? Like that's what people want. They want to go, they want to pay $1.29 for a cheeseburger, and they want to create an experience. They want trains running over them because it captures their imagination. They want a simulator randomly in the back that you probably charge $5 a ride. Like
I'm so pissed that I didn't know about the simulator, dude.
Dude, I'm pissed that they took it out because that's
Dave. Yeah. It was 1 out of 4.
What was it simulating?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the show was.
But they would like good question. I didn't even think about
Did
that.
They switch off what it was? What are you simulating at a McDonald's?
I think it was simulating getting out to your car without being stabbed by a hooker, dude. I think that was the simulation.
Dude, what if they had a simulation of what it's like to go to Burger King, and it's that experience, and it's just like stabbing you and like poisoning you?
I would support that.
So there's a place over in Buena Park called, I don't want to say
this is Beach Boulevard.
Dude, that's how Beach Boulevard, they just gave up. Beach Boulevard is like a boom town in the 1800s now. And I'll drive down it with my daughter because I'm like, take a look, just look around, dude. Like, take this in. This is like real American history you're experiencing, and it won't be this way forever. But yeah, you see hookers. I've seen hookers.
That's a hooker. Let me slow down so she'll come over. You'll get a little bit of a better look.
And then we'll drive off. We'll be like, hey, for educational purposes, can you just talk to my daughter and tell her how you live your life? But dude, I've seen hookers with no pants on Beach Boulevard. I'm just like, this is it, dude.
My question is, have you noticed, have you seen a person that's a hooker that you've known, like in real life?
No.
And I have, dude. On Beach Boulevard.
Like, where did you know her from?
A woman that I used to work with whenever I worked at the special education school, SLDC. She was a younger girl. She was like in her 20s.
Shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said the place.
I'm name dropping. No, but
one of our followers is gonna track her down, and by that I mean I will.
So it's someone I used to work with, and then didn't talk to her for years and years, and then later was driving down Beach Boulevard in the morning, and I saw
so depressing, dude.
So depressing. And she had like a whole bunch of like, she was not doing good. She was not doing good.
What did you do?
I waved and said, "Hey," and acted as if I didn't realize that she was hooking. I made sure not to like slow down and make it seem like I was picking her up.
I mean, maybe you should have picked her up. I mean, maybe at least supporting her small business. You didn't, have to actually do anything, but
Girl, friends and family discount.
I'll support your Etsy, but I don't know about this.
It's like when I see somebody selling something like on the side of the road, I'm more apt to help them if they're at least trying. Like if they're selling like
she wasn't trying.
Like, oh, that's cool. Besides just asking for money, but it seemed like she was trying pretty hard.
She wasn't trying, dude. I can tell you that. And if you saw her,
she didn't have her pants off. If she had her pants off, then they would be trying a little harder.
There's no pants. No pants. We lose Eli?
Oh, we lost.
Is that how we end this?
I guess we ended. I was gonna come back to you. I had one more question about the dude that carried around a guitar.
Oh, dude, I was
to know
there
more about that. Wait, so he just carried around a guitar case.
Mm-hmm.
He just went to Starbucks carrying around a guitar case.
So he would walk back and forth. He would walk back and forth with his guitar case on Beach Boulevard, and it would just be filled with just junk that he had for the day.
Oh, just on Beach.
Yeah, but he would always be wearing the same like leather jacket, and he was just like a skeevy looking dude. And we called him, I called him Desperado every once in a while. But
how long did you know him before you found out what was in his case?
He would open it up every single time. That's the thing about every carrying. Every case. He would have his guitar case open on the table as like in the entrance of the Starbucks. So you'd walk in and you'd be like, "Oh, this is this guy's guitar case," and he'd be sitting there drinking.
Was he trying to get tips in it, or was it like what?
Because he had no skills other than really good hair dye.
He just had a hair dye in case he needed it in his guitar case.
Dude, he would make sure that his hair was as black as possible, like 3 times a week. He would just be dyeing his hair, washing it out in our sink, and then walking back and forth on Beach Boulevard. And he was a fucking asshole. And it would have been fine.
That's commitment, dude. You gotta give him points for really committing to that.
Which I think what brought all this up was Eli was saying that we had Hell's Angels bikers that were our security guards. So they would help us escort this guy out because legally we weren't able to put hands on anyone. And he was just a menace, dude. And that's all I got to say about that.
That's pretty wild, dude. Well, I guess we'll wrap up there. Yeah. We lost Eli. I don't know where he is. I mean, it kind of proves we don't need him, but
yeah, dude.
It's cool. It's part of the branding now. We got to commit to it. Chance and Penner. Well, thank you guys for everybody that stuck around. Really appreciate it, especially Peachtree, God of Thunder. Really appreciate it. It's awesome having you guys here. Some hilarious comments that we had in the chat. But yeah, thanks for being back. I think Thursdays we're kind of doing like a what are we calling it, Vince?
Oh, we've been doing watch-a-thon or like watch-alongs rather. Just to fill some space and get some more Twitch hours. I don't know if we're doing one this week, but if we do, are you in?
Yeah, I'm excited you guys were able to do that. I feel a little left out, but it'll be good. It should be fun. Cool. And like we said in the beginning, it'd be super awesome if you guys could check out our sketch comedy album. We worked really hard on it, so it'd be cool. We're working on a second album right now. So awesome to get you guys' thoughts, but thanks for being with us.
Yeah, and
hopefully we hopefully you enjoyed some of these random topics that we had today.
I think the last stream, me and Eli were like vicious towards each other. So this was, although we had some technical difficulties, we weren't attacking each other. So this is a good.
See, I'm trying to bring the positivity. I'm a Libra, so I try to bring the balance.
I thought you were a Libra, dude. I could feel it.
You seem so much like a Libra.
You have Libra
all right.
vibes.
Well, Eli, can you hear us?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry about
that. We're keeping it lively.
Yeah, we were
going to end things there. Yeah, I was just giving our doing our little spiel at the end.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Am I echoey?
Oh, you sound terrible.
You sound awful, bro.
Hold on.
You sound like you're speaking from the future into the past at the same time.
If the future was awful.
I don't know why.
Which it will be. So
it will be. The radiation is going to really mess with our mics.
I really do feel like 1999 was like the peak of humanity. Like there was like a meme going around with that But
At
then
least
I was
in
also
America.
thinking about like how many amazing films were from 1999, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, dude, legit, it might have been like the peak of humanity.
Dude, I feel like 88 had some fucking bangers.
88, okay.
88.
88.
I'll check it out. Okay.
I'm gonna say 85 because 85 had Back to the Future and Fletch in the same year.
85, yeah. I mean, and Pee Wee was 85 too, right?
Dude, and Pee Wee. God.
So, there you go.
But then it's also hard because you look it up and it says that... yeah, never mind. So...
Peachtree is a Libra too. There you go. See, I always knew we had a connection.
That's important. That's important. Yeah, so I just wanted to come in and say bye to everybody. Sorry about I'll call and figure out what's going on with my internet, and it won't be an issue for Thursday. But yeah.
Is it Spectrum?
It's AT&T, which I don't
They're all the same, dude.
I think it might be my equipment, dude. I think
Isn't it AT&T Spectrum?
No.
They're one and the same, dude.
They're all the same. There's a conglomerate called
Isn't it BlackRock?
It's all BlackRock, and we're all
Spectrum
screwed.
Spectrum
Our
BlackRock.
futures are all tied up in these mega monopolizing conglomerates. So that's great.
And we appreciate them.
Let's end on that.
Yeah, let's end on that note.
Like
we love them.
Congrats, Dave, to you, Nevada, on the new edition, dude. We'll definitely catch up with dad stories. I got a little one coming in November, so we're gonna have some dad stories for sure.
I told you I'd catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
So, you had Callie first. I missed it. So I was like, I'll wait it out. Circle back. Now here we go. They're going to be like 3 months apart or what?
I mean, like 2 months.
2 months, dude. Yeah. Like 2 months. So
not enough to
dude.
Not enough to be to not be friends. So that's great. And then if we decide to have more, like we'll line those up too, dude. It'll just be.
It's a toss up. Do we want them to be friends or do we want them to be like mortal enemies? Because we could try to probably make either one work. Frenemies is fun too. They can be rivals. I don't know.
I think this round we just let them be friends. Maybe if we have more though, I think it should definitely be like they should just despise each other. You know what I mean?
Okay. It'll be more of a because at least one kid I've wanted to do like a social experiment, something psychological like that.
Yeah.
So, but you do have to have when you do a scientific experiment, you have to have what is it called? Like a constant. You have to have you have a variable and a constant.
Yeah.
So this one will be like our our like
it's your placebo baby.
Yeah, the placebo baby's like, okay, this is normal. Then the next
double blind.
Next baby will be like, how fucked can we go? And then we can compare.
Well, the great thing is Callie will forever be the like, I'm too old. These kids are not cool, and I'm gonna rat them out on everything that they conspire towards. So I feel like we really have all of our bases covered.
She's the Angelica of the group, dude. I like it.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, that is. Yeah. She's about the right age, too.
She's going to be too self-aware to be Angelica, but I like where you're going with that. So.
All right. Well, Peachtree says, line the next ones up with me and Vince.
We'll birth the Chucky, dude.
Paige, I've been trying.
The Chucky seed of the seed of Chucky.
And I mean Chucky as in the Rugrats, not the killing baby. Oh,
no, you just go with it.
Well, we'll let you know how it works, Vince, to line it up. What we do is... when Eli and I are going at it with our wives, we'll call each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude, throw me on that.
We'll go, all right, wait. And then we'll be like, all right, go right now.
But the other thing he's leaving out is we'll synchronize our phone timers so that we'll be like, hey, 15-minute point, you hit here.
Yeah.
10-minute point, now you're here.
Busting at 9:18.
So you got to have some degree of stamina. And it was an issue for a while because Eli's stamina was lacking. And I was like, bro, now we gotta wait till the next one.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like
pull it out and then we'll synchronize up again.
I'm an Amish farmer in a Best Buy. So I just get, I get
whoa.
overwhelmed. I'm a whoa DVD players. Whoa.
Well, okay, all right. Next time it's not gonna be 5 minutes. We're gonna set timers for 2 minutes, and then we'll just go from there.
Yeah, that'd be great for me. And I'm like, oh my god, is this witchcraft? None of that.
Right. I don't know if our wives knew about it, but I mean, I was leaving mine on speaker just so you could hear. I don't know if you had me on speaker. Or not.
I have chronicled audio files of just every attempt.
I just wanted to make sure that we were synchronized because you can really every thrust needs to kind of be there. I
feel like Eli set up whatever text this was to his Twitter account because I was wondering why he was tweeting like once a week, like bussin' at 9, Dave.
at Real Dave Penner.
Yeah,
We were
Are we
speaking in
on?
code.
we're busting
At
at
Real Dave
9.
Penner.
Well, we didn't really have any Twitter followers, so we didn't feel like anybody was listening.
It was just me and his parents. Like, what?
At Real Dave Penner on Twitter.
Yeah.
You up?
Yeah.
That's
My
great.
mom, the problem is that my mom found out that we were doing it, and then my mom kept logging into the, like, following me on Twitter, and then she was kind of wondering. So instead of, she got tired of asking me if she was gonna have any grandkids. So instead, she wouldn't do that anymore. She would just be like, "Oh, they're going," and then she would check in that way.
I finally had to cut your mom off. I'm like, Pam, I don't look at the logbook. Okay, I can't do this anymore. Follow me at 27 pumps.
You gotta
on
follow
Twitter.
us. We can't.
Follow me. Follow
I
me.
don't want to have to text you too about it.
Follow me at Amish Farmer in a Best Buy. Okay, you'll see all the updates that you need to know. Okay.
There's pictures and videos.
But we did feel good about the last one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was nice after the last one because we could relax after that, and then it just got back to like, okay, let's have some drinks.
it was less pressure.
Less pressure.
All right. Well,
right,
our chat stopped commenting. They didn't want to comment
Hours ago,
dude. So,
yeah, and if you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch watching this later, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. This is the kind of stuff you get. Hilarious, very funny insights on life. We're all in the perfect stage of life to just come in here and mesh it up.
Look, and you can talk shit, but we're gonna be funny sometimes, and a lot of times we're not gonna be funny. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's in the fine print. Like, I feel like if we can bat like at least
300.
I don't know. I don't even know baseball terms, but
look, let me tell you something Seth Rogen once said to a group of people I was in. He said comedy's a batting average. In the MLB, to be a Hall of Famer, you only have to get 3 hits out of every 10. So I think we're at least up to 5.
So I get it. You guys don't like synchronizing sex jokes. Okay? You get
that's
it.
on you.
So whatever. You don't have good taste. That's not my problem. Okay?
Yeah, and talk to producer Vince, who doesn't have any kids. Okay, he's the one that really you should be throwing your pressure at, not us. We've proven.
I'm getting the pressure, dude, and it's definitely weird growing up because now my parents are pressuring me to have kids, and I'm like, this is a total, like, you turn the tables on me. But I guess I am
so
getting
long. It is. It like there's like a point that it hits. It's like do not have kids. Do not have kids. Do not even think about it. Don't like.
And now it's like, why aren't you having them? And I'm like, you fucking told me. I listened.
It's like one day, it's like you hit 28, and then all of a sudden,
yeah. And then,
well, I mean, in your
7 years later,
in your parents' defense, don't your siblings have like 4 kids apiece?
Yeah, that was the thing. Is I felt like I never had my time. They took all the time, dude. They're still pumping them out.
Just your time's gone. Just accept that. That's the first step into all this.
Now my nephews can be my babysitters, which are pretty crazy.
The only thing you need to worry about is like, will I let my kid watch Bluey, or am I going to steer them into 90s Saturday morning cartoons? And I think the answer is pretty clear.
Dude, I honestly think I'm not going to have my kid's not going to know what the internet is until they're like 5 or 6, until it's like to the point. No, wait. Just wait.
Yeah, that's totally gonna that comment that you just said is going the sell by date on that is so screwed up that you're already past it. So I'll talk to you. I'll remember this, and I will talk to you after you have a kid, dude.
Well, then now I'm not going to have a kid. Just
you don't want your kid to be
just to beat this argument.
Wow, you win.
I'm cutting them off. Dude.
I think that'll do it. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a great week. We'll be back here Thursday to do a little unsolving or something fun, something that Amazon Prime has to offer. But we'll check it out. But give us a like, subscribe, and follow. Thanks for staying in.
Fuck our audience, dude.
Skipping through the end times.